Facebook so that we can get started on time.
Stopped me when I was typing. This is for everyone. You don't have to be a grant winner to attend. We do it for them, but we invite everybody to take part in it. Okay, looks like you have it all streaming, and I am showing that it's 6 o'clock. Welcome, everyone. My name is Tracy Irby. I'm the director at TWU Center for Women Entrepreneurs. Our center is actually part of the larger Jane Nelson Institute for Women's Leadership. With that, there is our center, the Center for Student Leadership, and the Center for, they just changed the name, so Women in Government. The mission of the JNIWL is to help create leaders, allow women to apply for public office, become executives, and to run entrepreneurial businesses. Our center was funded by the state legislature just to promote women entrepreneurs anywhere in the state of Texas. So we're open to everyone. It's not a student program. And we welcome all of you. So this is one of our favorite nights. Again, when we get to meet all of our grant winners and hear about all their exciting businesses. So again, there was a question. This is open for everybody to attend because there's such great information that we want everyone to be able to hear it. So our staff, we have Donalisa Stinyard on. She is our associate director. She's the one who you'll be getting follow up. She'll send you the information on the weekly meetings and then send the videos out afterwards and all kinds of other great things. Christina Mortel is online as well. She is our small business advisor. And we have Barbara Ranke. She is our coordinator, and she will be monitoring Facebook for us tonight. So in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and get started. At the end of this, we'll go over all of the requirements for the grant winners again. So if there are any questions about that, let us know at the end. Donalisa, did you have some specific instructions before we start the introductions?
Just make sure that your introductions are 30 seconds or less because we have a lot to get through tonight. And then again, if you are a grant winner, to make sure that you put your first and last name in your picture window so that we know who you are and make sure you get credit for attending live.
All right, well, let's start going around. So I'm going to go by the list that in the order that we put it on social media or on our website. So Adrienne Hackney, I have you first. Are you here this evening?
I am.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Adrienne Hackney. I am the founder of Melodor. It is a protective skincare brand, a skin tone inclusive protective skincare brand that offers mineral sunscreen for those with sensitive skin and individuals that are affected by chronic skincare conditions.
Great, welcome. So glad you're here. Next we have Cherie Turner. Did I say Cherie right? Because I've seen some say pronounce this differently. I know she's here.
You're muted, Cherie.
Okay, this might help. Hello, everyone. Thanks again to the CWE for your consideration and selection, and congrats to my fellow recipients. So super thrilled to be here. I'm Cherie Turner. You did pronounce it correctly. Founder and owner of Motivate. The mission and goal is to empower working mothers everywhere through the use of functional clothing, tools, and resources. My custom signature piece is a custom nursing scrub top, which I couldn't help but wear it tonight. I won't wear it every week, I promise, but I am just on a journey to continue to promote wellness and breastfeeding for working mothers everywhere.
Great. I love it. I remember seeing the picture of it too. So it's like, great. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Emily Chacon. Emily, are you on? She may not be. Okay. We'll move on to Kavindra Watson. And all of you, all these names are new for the first time. So if I've pronounced any incorrectly, please let us know when you get on. All right. Do you see that she's on? Don't see her. All right. Kara Pitts.
Hi, everyone. Thank you again to the CWE. I'm glad to be here. I am Kara Pitts. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm co-founder of Southern Roots Vegan Bakery. I'm still in the bakery right now. We're based in San Antonio, Texas, but we ship nationwide. We do gourmet baked goods. So we do all of the donuts, cakes, cookies with a Southern twist. And we're getting into food service and hospitality. And I'm so happy to be here.
Great. Thank you. Okay, Tabitha Martin.
Hello, my name is Tabitha Martin. I'm based here in Houston, Texas. I'm the owner of Top Choice Laboratory Services. And what we do, we're a clear wave collection site that offers DOT and non-DOT drug testing for those employees that work in safety-sensitive environments. We offer pre-employment, random drug tests, 24-hour services. We also offer like flu and COVID testing. I really like extending it to the elders and the babies that when they get real sick, and so they won't have to try to get the elderlies out to the doctor's office. I can actually do mobile service and test them.
Great, thank you. So glad you're here. All right, Sammy Bivens. Sammy, are you on? Okay. Whitney McElwain.
Hi, you said it right. It's very rare. So thank you. And thank you as well for this opportunity. I'm so excited to meet everyone today and already starting to Google your businesses. I'm Whitney. I'm the founder and CEO of Daybird. I sit in Austin, Texas, where I reside. And we are an anti-beauty brand that creates clean, functional makeup for a one-step morning routine. It's really meant to give you back your time and mental space to do what matters most with your morning. So our hero product is a makeup and skincare hybrid. It's 2 active serums, moisturizer, mineral SPF 50, and sheer tint in 1. Look forward to everything that we got going on. Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. Great. And you guys can put your information in the chat too, or LinkedIn or website, anything like that. Next is Kay Thibodeau. Okay, are you online? Don't see her. Denise Castile.
Hello, I am Denise Castile. I am the founder, the owner, the CEO of Any Day CPR. We are based right outside of Dallas, and we equip, empower, educate, and prepare as many people as possible by way of nonprofits, small businesses, government entities. We prepare them with life-saving skills. Denise Castile with Any Day CPR.
Great, glad you're here. Congrats.
Thank you.
Angelina Torres.
Hi, yes, I'm the founder and CEO of Jelly Nonprofit Consulting. We work with nonprofit entities that primarily focus on behavioral health services. So that's substance use disorder treatment, mental health treatment, and working to make sure that people have access to that. The services that we provide include strategic planning, needs assessments, and grant writing services. So thank you.
You're welcome. Congrats.
Thank you.
It's so fun to see the people behind the grants that we read. I've read every one of them. So it's nice to see the people with it. All right. Erin England can't be with us tonight. Mary Altum.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
My name's Jamie. I'm here with my 7-week-old. So if you hear her, I apologize. I am co-founder of Alkin Solutions, representing the speaking party so Mary is not talking tonight, but we are a practice management software system. So basically like an electronic health record, like you would have for a doctor's office, but we cater toward music therapists and are based in Texas, but have clients and customers nationally. So.
Great, and congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Becky Nelson. Becky? Okay, next we have Nisanga Brown.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
So I am Nisinga, aka Nikki Brown King. I am CEO and owner of Rescue Life CPR, and I am based in Houston, Texas. So I see, like Denise, another CPR business. So I'm a registered nurse by trade, CVICU in particular. So I'm a CPR instructor and out there helping businesses, equipping employees with life-saving skills to help boost and empower them with confidence to make sure that they are ready to respond to emergencies.
Great, congratulations. Great, glad you're here, and I'm glad
Thank
I got said your name right.
Yes, you did.
Cam DeLeon.
Hi, yes, Cam DeLeon. Hello, everyone. I'm a T-Dub alum, so this is really special for me to be part of this. Okay, so my wife and I are the owner and the founder of the Shindig Food Park, which is part food trucks, part playground, and we're really focused on the family experience, particularly for families with 12 years, kids like 12 years and younger. Lots of place for toddlers to be and parents to interact together, and then we also bring in lots of local vendors, food vendors, pop-ups, entrepreneurs getting their start and introducing them to the community. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. All right, Jane Lindsay. I saw her name.
Hi, everybody. Here I am.
There you are.
I'm on the microphone. So, okay, my name is Jane Lindsay, and I am from Post, Texas, and I own a hemp farm called Maggie Jane's Farm, and we make everything hemp, and from CBD to we're going to be making paper, which is why we're super pleased about and grateful to very grateful. So thank you, and that's enough probably. So thank you.
You're welcome. And congrats. I think you're our first paper maker that we've had. All right, Alicia Alexander. Alicia, are you online? Okay. Next is Olivette Fisher. I saw that she had posted in the chat, so I know she's here.
Hi, everybody. And wow, exciting to hear everybody's different businesses. It sure is. First of all, I want to say thank you. I'm really excited to be part of this Start Her program. and again, I'm receiving one of the grant. I'm the owner of Ollie Oats, and basically I have an overnight oats dry mix that we package in a rice paper packaging, and we make it convenient because you can eat it out of the packaging. You go ahead and make it in the packaging and eat it out of it. My main thing is that we are trying to make it a healthy alternative for people to eat, mothers on the go, people working. We don't add any salt or sugar to it. And basically that's what we do. We package it, and we are a cottage business at the moment. And we're located in Olmito, Texas, right outside of Brownsville, Texas.
Okay, great. Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Kendra Eboy Bowden.
Yes, that is actually correct.
You're doing pretty well tonight.
Yes. Yes, my name is Kendra Eboy Bowden, and I am the founder of Victory Creative Learning. And we are a non-traditional education business, and we provide homeschool support in the form of a micro school. And we serve children who are neurodivergent and who don't typically fit the mold of a typical school. And we are grateful for this grant because it's going to allow us to upgrade our technology.
Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Roussel Pham. Name is on here. There you are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, good evening. My name is Russell Pham. I'm owner and founder of Bear's Little Rose. It's a professional pet sitting services in Corpus Christi. The goal of my business is to provide safe and professional pet sitting services to the busy parents of Corpus.
Great. Well, congratulations. Glad you're here, Russell. Okay, we have Nicole Melky.
Hello, thank you all so much. I'm really excited about this grant. I am the founder and CEO of Stringrise, and we are located in the Plano area in Texas, and we're all about strings and beginning strings. So I created buildable string instrument kits for young learners, and what I'm really excited about is that this grant is going to give us the opportunity to take our mini bows and frog slides to the next level, because for us, our business is all about beginning strings, creating empowerment and sound in students who don't have access, and creating powerful results. So we travel around the country and provide professional development for school districts. We work in trauma, disability, inclusion, culturally responsive pedagogy, and we merge the passion of the products all together. So I'm so excited and thankful to be here. Thank you.
Great, congratulations. All right, next we have Beth Roche. Beth, are you online? Okay. Then Rachel Bays.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I have a cold, so I apologize. I do not normally sound like this. My name is Rachel Bays. I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm the founder of Illuminate Video and Digital Media, and we're a video production company and digital media services firm. We provide commercial videos, safety videos, training, basically anything that's like B2B, mostly for the industrial and manufacturing space. I've been producing videos for over 10 years, and my background before that is in mechanical engineering. So we do a lot of technical work. It's very nice to meet all of you, and I'm very excited for this grant and looking forward to getting to know everyone.
Well, great. Congratulations to you as well. Okay, now are there some that came in late that has not been able to introduce themselves yet? Okay.
Sure. Hi, it's Kavindra. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Hi there, I'm Kavindra. I'm an interior designer. I'm in the Dallas area. I help homeowners design luxury kitchens, bathrooms. I do everything from helping them with the concept, the functional layout, the renderings, the drawings, and I help bring their visions to reality. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And I see Emily and Sarah Mack on.
Hi, yes, thank you. So excited to be here with, this is Emily, by the way. Very excited to be here with my sister and co-founder Sarah, and also very sorry for the voice as well. I am battling a cold at the moment. We are sisters and co-founders of Venat, which is a Fredericksburg, Texas-based wine company. And we're going to be selling wine merchandise throughout the states and later wine direct to consumers all online. And we'll be launching our website within the next week or so. So keep an eye out.
Okay, great. Congratulations. Okay, I think that is everyone then. All right. Well, congratulations, all of you.
My name is Ashley Winston.
Okay, Ashley.
Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. Yes, my name is Ashley Winston. I am the founder of Seriously in Service LLC. I would like to describe my business more so as a plug and play. It's where if you needed to take FMLA, I would train for 2 weeks and work for you. And while you're on FMLA, I'll be in your spot until you return, and then I'll go to the next one. And I'm very happy to be here, so that way I can learn and thrive in my business. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
One more. I'm sorry. My name is Rhonda Avant. I'm sorry I didn't raise my hand.
So we were just going to do the introductions of the grant winners tonight so that we could acknowledge them. If everybody else would like to put your name and information in the chat, we will send out the chat as part of the replay and the resources. So we can do that.
Everyone will get your contact information as well. And we're so glad you're here. Again, this is open to everyone because it's such valuable information. So welcome everyone for being here. Well, let's get this started because we don't want to keep everybody up too late tonight. All right, so our speaker is Stacey Irish-Keffer. She is the Adult Services Librarian at North Branch Library who specializes in small business resources. She has over 25 years of library experience and enjoys helping library customers find the answers they need, as well as making book recommendations for everyone.
Hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Stacey Irish-Keffer, and I am new to the adult librarianship world, so I am learning a lot about small businesses and how to help small businesses. So just let y'all know, a little bit new, but I have been a public librarian for 26 years, and I was a children's librarian for 25 of those years. So, all right, I'm going to share my screen with you guys so we can get started.
And while you're doing that, Stacey, we'll let everybody know that if you have any questions for Stacey during the presentation, you can put those in the chat and I will grab them and we'll get them at the end to Stacey.
All right. Excellent. So I work at the Denton Public Library here in Denton, Texas, and we have a lot of great resources for people to utilize at the library. If you don't live in Denton, I will say you should check out your local public library because you will find all kinds of wonderful things at all the libraries everywhere. And so you might find great stuff at your public library. But I'm going to talk a little bit about Denton Public Library. So here we go. We have 3 branches at the Denton Public Library. We have our North Branch Library where I work, and we have our Emily Fowler Central Library, and that's our historic library, and it's near the downtown. And then we have our South Branch Library. So those are our 3 branches. And we have library cards that are free for City of Denton residents. So for anyone who lives inside the city limits, they pay the taxes, they pay city taxes to City of Denton, and so they get a free library card. We do make cards available for people outside the city, and they do cost a fee. So if you wanted to get a library card with us and you don't live in the City of Denton, you can get one. It does cost $50 for the year, but that gives you full access to all of our materials and all of our online resources. So, all right, we will talk about can get my thing to move forward. All right. So one of the most exciting things we have at the Denton Public Library for business owners is our Forge Makerspace. And so this is a makerspace that we have available that has all kinds of equipment, and you can come in and take classes and learn to use our equipment for creating things, fabricating. There's technology, crafting, digital design, music program projects. This was all made possible by a grant from the Texas State Library and Archives Commission. We received a $54,000 grant that allowed us to purchase some really fun equipment to make available to the public for free. And so we have hours that we're open that people can come in and utilize these resources. So we do it about 3 days a week, and you can come in and try out all sorts of exciting different kinds of equipment. So I have a little bit here, the kinds of things you'll find in our makerspace. We have the Ultimaker 3D printers. We have Glowforge laser engravers. Now, these are fantastic pieces of equipment. They engrave wood and acrylic, and they also engrave metal and leather. And so you can bring in projects, you can cut things, engrave them, you burn your logo into something that you want to give away as, magnets, and we're doing Christmas ornaments as we get near the holidays, just lots of fun things. We have the Cricut Maker 3, and we just recently got the Cricut Venture. And so the Cricut Venture is a bigger, faster piece of equipment, and it really can cut vinyl. And it's very good for businesses because you can cut large pieces and you can do lots of items more quickly than the other Cricuts. We have a Cricut mug press. We just got our sewing machine and serger up and running so people can come in and sew in our space. We have a t-shirt heat press machine. So if you're cutting things out with your Cricut and you're using heat press vinyl, you can make t-shirts and bags and all kinds of fun stuff with that. And then the other things we have are button makers, which are super fun. Everyone loves to make buttons. We have the 1-inch and the 2.25-inch buttons. And that's really popular with so many people. You can make a button to sell with your own artwork on it, and you can make buttons for fun. So it's really popular with the kids. We have computers in our Forge, and we have 2 iMacs with Adobe Creative, so people can come in and utilize that software, the Adobe Creative Cloud, and iMovie. And then we have also the GarageBand music software equipment. There are 12 PCs with design and programming software on them for people to come in and use. We have a large laminator, a 27-inch laminator. We have a smaller laminator that laminates up to 11 by 17-inch. And we have a really large paper trimmer that does like 26-inch pieces of paper. And some electronic kits if you're into Arduinos and soldering and micro bits, that sort of thing. We've got those as well. So just a variety of things. It's a DIY space, which means we encourage people to learn how to use the equipment and use it when they come in with us. We're not going to do it for you. You're going to get to do your project yourself. And so we encourage people to also do a lot of learning before you come. Watch a lot of videos, practice, and be prepared, and we'll help you get started. I know there are a lot of maker spaces in public libraries, so I'm sure those of you who are not in Denton, you should check out your local library, and you'll probably find lots of similar things. In the library, we have copy and faxing for people so that you can come in and make photocopies. Ours are 10 cents a page for black and white, 25 cents a page for color. We also have computers. People can log on with scanners and printers. So if you're needing any of that kind of technology, the public library has it. We have Wi-Fi hotspots that we can check out to people that are available. You can take the internet wherever you want to go. These are available to people with library cards. You have to have the full service library card to be able to check out one of those. But those are very, very popular items with people wanting to get better Wi-Fi for not having to pay a lot. So you can get that from the library. All right. Here's a page that has just a bunch of our online resources. These are our databases that are available with the full service library card. And we have a lot of fun and exciting resources, including LinkedIn Learning, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more. We have Mango Languages. So if you've always wanted to learn how to speak another language, we've got the software for you. You can log in, and it has learning modules with audio and visual learning, all sorts of languages. So you can jump right in and learn Spanish or French or pirate for Talk Like a Pirate Day or whatever you want to do there. We have Ancestry Library Edition, which is available in the library. So you do have to come into the library to use it. But if you're interested in researching your background, your family history, and you don't want to pay the fee to have your own account, you can come in and use the library account and do all kinds of research. One of our fun things we have is BrainFuse, and this is a tutoring service. And BrainFuse also has learning for adults as well as youth, but it's very well known for its online tutoring that's available for grades 3 through college from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. And they can you can ask questions of live tutors and they will answer you. You can submit your paper and they will send you suggestions. They have a section on job hunting. They have resume writing assistance and interview preparation assistance. So there's a lot of things in BrainFuse that can help you with a variety of different things you might be doing in your life to improve your situation, to help your kids with their homework. My son used BrainFuse for several homework assignments because there was some algebra we did not understand, and the tutors were wonderful and helped us out a lot. The library has a Novelist Plus is a database that helps people find books to read. So in your free time, when you've finished all your work and you're ready to sit down and relax and find something to read, we have a program that'll help you find a good book. If you've liked one book, you can find a similar one and try it out. That's our Novelist program. We also have the Learning Express Library through EBSCO, and Learning Express Library has all kinds of great modules with programs you can like test prep. So if you've got kids getting ready to take the SAT, you can get some test prep and do that. If you're going to do the GRE because you want to go back to college and get a master's degree, we've got GRE test prep. And so it has all kinds of help for college and careers. And then we just recently got something called Reference Solutions. So this was called Reference USA a long time ago. They've changed their name because they're fancier now, and they call themselves Reference Solutions. And this is an excellent resource for small business owners. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. All right. I did want to mention that with the Denton Public Library card, you can check out online books, e-resources, books and audiobooks through our Cloud Library app and through Hoopla. So these are our two e-resources. You set up you download the app to your device, you set up your account with the library card number, and then you can check out books. And there's all kinds of great information you can find on those resources. And Hoopla does streaming music and videos, and Cloud Library does books and audiobooks and all kinds of things like that. All right. So I mentioned LinkedIn Learning. It's a database you can log into. And what's great about LinkedIn Learning is it has modules for getting certifications in various topics, and it has modules for learning all kinds of business technology, software, education. There's photography, graphic design. I looked up small business marketing. You can learn more about those sorts of things. So it has a lot of classes that are free through your library account, and you can take courses and get certified in all kinds of things. There's all the Microsoft products. There's training on how to use those. There's a training on how to use social media for businesses, and just a variety of courses you can take. It says in my notes, there's like more than 5,000 different courses, and you can discover all kinds of new things through LinkedIn Learning. So it's a good training resource, and it's one of the training resources that top companies in the United States use for their employees, and we're making it available for free for our library customers. So we hope you'll take a moment and check that out. There's a lot of great stuff there. Here's an example of a website from there where it shows you some of the business topics you can see in LinkedIn Learning, including, business analysis and strategy, the software tools, customer service tools. So if you need to dig in a little deeper and get some more customer service skills, we've got classes for that. There's leadership and management, marketing, professional development, all kinds of great things for you to look at in LinkedIn Learning. All right, here's a little bit about Reference Solutions. I mentioned that. This is the #1 source they tell us that they are the #1 source of information for businesses and people. So they let you you can research businesses, topics, and you can look up people and get information. So They talk about building marketing plans, comparing your competitors' strengths and weaknesses, being able to search for career opportunities and research potential business areas. So I have not dug into this very much yet because we literally just got this a couple weeks ago. So it's new to us, but we're very excited. A lot of libraries do use reference solutions. It's a very popular business resource, and it will have lots of great information. For those of you at the City of Denton, the City of Denton Economic Development Department does have a business toolkit on their webpage, and you can go in and look at this toolkit, and it gives you information on how to start your business or expand your business here in Denton. And what is very exciting is you can click on this and go in and find all kinds of Denton specific information, and we're on there, the library under business resources to help you out. And I think TW is on there as well. So this is a great resource if you're wanting some very specific information about the economics here in Denton. So that will help you out with that. And then that's about all I have for my presentation tonight. I just want to encourage everyone to get a library card. If you don't want to come to Denton because it's a little too far away for you, that's okay. We understand. I would recommend you check out your local public library. I think that you will find the public library has a lot of resources, and we are all trying very hard to help all people of all kinds, and small businesses are usually someone that the public library does try to help a lot. So, all right, do you have any questions for me?
We do have a couple questions. The first one was, Michelle wanted to know if are the supplies included for free in the Forge marketplace, and is there a fee for faxing with the library membership?
Okay, so there's no fee for faxing. Our copy machine is also our fax machine, and it'll let you fax for free. So we don't charge anything for that. Unfortunately, the Makerspace, we do charge for materials that you purchase from us. So if you're coming in to utilize the Glowforge, you need to have Glowforge approved materials. So that we know exactly what it is when we load it in the machine. We do sell a lot of that material at the library, and we don't upcharge it. We are not making money. We're not making any profit off of what we're doing. We just sell cost recovery on that material. If you're using the Cricut Maker or the Cricut Venture, we're not going to be selling any of that adhesive because there's just so much of it out there. So you would need to bring your own materials for that. So you can bring your own t-shirts, bring in your own Cricut vinyl, and you can utilize our machines to cut and do that sort of thing.
Okay. And then Jane wanted to know if the Brain Fuse helps with Adobe Illustrator.
Oh, that's an excellent question. I do not know offhand if they have Adobe Illustrator. I'd have to look that up and get back to you on that. I'm not sure who would do that.
Okay. And then the last question was, do you guys offer any assistance with QuickBooks?
QuickBooks. That is not one that I know of offhand, but I can look and see if that's something that one of our databases does include.
Okay. And just FYI, I did put in the chat that the CWE does offer QuickBooks training. We'll be offering several opportunities in 2024 for it. So I think that's all we have.
All right, excellent.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to reiterate to everybody who's online, and especially everyone who has to turn in a business plan, that so much of the research you can find through your local library. And again, no matter, depending where you are, you can probably even do it from home with a library card. So it's a great resource for all of you. So if you haven't, these aren't the libraries I used to go to. Yeah, they have so much out there now that's available. But again, for business, it's a great place for business research. I had used Reference USA before it was called Reference Solutions. But you can look up different companies in the area, competition. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can look up, but you can find a lot of things that will be helpful when you do your business plan in marketing. So Stacey, thank you so much. I think a lot of people also enjoyed all the different resources. And again, much of this can be at your own local library as well. And some of the big ones may even have more resources. So just make sure you check out your local library to see what all they have available for you.
I will say Plano has a fantastic library, small business library section, and they have been working on theirs for a while. I saw them at a conference not very long ago, and they were pretty amazing. So I'm in awe. I'm hoping we can reach that level here at Denton Public. So.
All right, great. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
All right, I'm going to take off. I will see you again another time.
All right. Thank you. So I am going to be next, and it looks like we're moving at a good pace tonight. We don't want to keep everybody here too late. All right, so we're going to talk about business plans. So all of the grant winners, you are required to submit a full business plan for us. We do subscribe to Live Plan. So this is available to anyone, not just the grant winners. Anyone, if you want an online business plan template, we can offer that to you for free. Live Plan, if you just Googled business plans, B plans comes up, and that is Live Plan. So again, that's one of the resources that we offer to everybody. Make that a little smaller. I don't need to see everyone. All right, so we're going to talk about business plans, a little bit about credit and financing, really a good roadmap to start your business. So why is a business plan important? That has many different reasons, but it's really helpful for decision making. It can help you make strategic choices. It's good for communication. You may need it to get loans, investments, supplies, employees, investors, etc. So it's really good to have something in writing. Analysis. It helps you really think about your business before investing cash, your time, etc. into it. It's a guide to action as well, how you can do things, with what, when can you afford it, and taking really big tasks and into smaller, more manageable ones. Many times people get really a little nervous about doing the business plan, but most of you already know a lot of this. It's in your head, but you need to get it on paper. And when is a good time to do it? Well, obviously, when you win a grant, because that's one of our requirements, but some of the other times are before you get started in your business. It's important if you need money, stuff, whatever that is. I mean, it could be materials, it could be equipment, it could be all kinds of things. And of course, when you want people, it's important to do it then as well. It really should be considered a regular part of running a business, and it is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. And there are some studies that show that people actually do better in their business when they have written a business plan. There's not just really one way to write a business plan. There are many different things and ways that you can do it out there. So you don't want to get caught up in trying to make your plan look like somebody else's. You want to focus on the key areas of your business and what your strategy is for success. And that is not what somebody else may have. So many of these look pretty much the same. These are some of the segments that you're going to find in there. So executive summary. And while this is the first thing you'll find in Live Plan, for those of you that are going to do the Live Plan business plan, you're going to do this last. The executive summary summarizes everything in the whole rest of the business plan. And it's nice because different people looking at it will know exactly where they need to go. Let's say I'm with your bank and I want to go look at your numbers first. I can kind of look at the summary and know where to find that. Things you're going to include: company description, tell about it, and all of the grant winners, you did a really great job of doing that. And when you do it, make it interesting. Let people know why you started this business. Some started very young, some fell into it later, some always wanted to do this from when they were young. It's important. People like to read really in the description as well how your business came about. You're going to want to do market analysis. So this is where your library resources can come in handy for you, help you do some research. Primary, that can be even just you talking to people, doing a poll, finding out what people think about the business that you're going into. You're going to want to include what type of legal structure your business is, whether it's a sole proprietor, LLC, corporation, partnership, anything like that. What is your service or product that you're offering? And when you're doing this, really think about what makes you different than anybody else in that industry. Why should people come to you over the others? So really think about that when you put your service or profit or product in there. Marketing and sales, that's such a big portion of these now. You really need to figure out how you're going to be promoting the business and where you're going to be getting your sales. It's not always as easy as we think it is. So you want to make sure you have a good marketing and sales plan in effect. There are many free resources for marketing now, social media being one of them. Things are so much easier now to promote your business than ever before. And then funding request. If you are looking for financing, grants, anything like that, put your ask in there. Let people know what it's for and that what your investment is in this as well, because everyone wants to know that you have skin in the game too. That's why we wanted to say you have to put a percentage of the grant funds in your business as well. It was $500, and I've seen how people have documented those in there. But it's important, again, for others to know that you're invested in your business, that your money's there before somebody else wants to put their money in it. There's also financial projections, and this is scary for many people. It's often the most difficult, but it can also be one of the most important things that you have in there. I was talking with somebody from a local city the other day, and somebody was closing their business. They hadn't been open very long, but they had not done financials before they started their business. This person is only a few months into a 5-year lease. So it's very important you take the time to figure out the numbers for your business. For those of you who are just starting out, you're going to base these on something. They call it assumptions, but you're going to base it on some real numbers. So if you had a bakery, how much is each cupcake, or how much is a cake, or how much is something else that you have? If you do live plan, it'll walk you through the different types of ways you could be getting earning money. So it can help walk you through there. You also want to supplement your funding request with financial projections. You want anyone who is reading your business plan to know that is stable and will be a financial success. You want to provide a prospective financial outlook for 3 years, and we are requesting that as well for our grant winners, and that you include the $5,000 in there so we can see how that's going to help your business. And with this, and LivePlan does this automatically for you, which is nice. It will help produce income statements, balance sheet, cash flow statements, and capital expenditure budgets, which is very helpful. For the first year, you want to really be more specific and use quarterly. I prefer monthly projections. Many times when people are starting out, they don't think about the business cycle, and that there could be some months that are better than others and some months where you're not going to make any money at all. So it's really important to go month by month, especially when you start out. The appendix is anything that didn't fit somewhere else in the business plan. It could be a lease. It could be your partnership agreement. It could be some property you're going to buy, or it could be quotes you have for materials that you want to buy for your business. So these are pretty common in most business plans. Now, as I said, we use the Live Plan business plan template, and we do ask that you do the full plan, all of you that are grant winners, because there's so much that we really want you to know about your business. This is nice, and as you get in there, over on the far right in Live Plan, you can find sample business plans, which is very helpful because I think many times we kind of overthink this. What should I put in there? I am the same way. I will think about it and think about it. What else is nice in business plan, in Live Plan, is that they list, they fill it in for you. So from sample companies, what would go in that area and maybe what their market is or whatever question it is. So it gives you something to go by so you know what you need to put in there. And it's real easy to customize it, and you don't have to use every section that's in there because not every section's going to apply to every business. They also have in there a one-page pitch. They have called it a lean business plan. I think now they're calling it a pitch. And many people have actually used this that are in pitch competitions. The second part of this is on another page, but it is a great way to start even before you start a full business plan. If you want to just start jotting down some ideas for your business and put them in there. What is your business? Here's what we had talked about before, a problem worth solving. What does your business do that no other business out there is doing, or how do you do it differently? Put your solution in there. Who's the target market? This is really one of the most important things that you can do. I see people come in all the time that will tell me everyone is my customer. That's not true. You really want to work it down, figure out who your real target market is. That's going to save you money in the long run. You're not advertising to everybody. You're advertising to those that will really come to your business and are interested in the products and services that you have. You also want to look at the competition. And many times people think competition is those in the exact same business that you're in. Well, it can be that, but there can also be other type businesses that are taking the same dollar. If you're a restaurant, you could be in competition with a grocery store, with a food truck. There are many different ones, so think outside the box. I've had people say, well, there really is no competition, but it's very few I have ever seen, if any, that have zero competition. So really think about the others that are taking the same dollar. And again, that could work for entertainment as well. If you had an entertainment type business, you could be competing with movies, you can be competing with theaters. There's all kinds of other types of businesses that you would be considered having competition. And then think about the sales channel. How are you going to be selling, and what are your marketing activities going to be? Next, you'll look at the revenue, expenses. Again, you can use this as well as even a jumping off place for your full plan, or something that you want to use in a pitch competition. This one you can even download into a presentation. Also, if there's milestones for your business, maybe this grant is a milestone and you get, I know one, she's buying the equipment to make paper. So there could be things like that you're getting that are going to have a positive impact on your business. And then who the team players are, and if you have any partners, resources, etc., you can list those in the smaller plan and the large plan as well. So startup costs, this is really something that a lot of times people don't think about before they get started. We get really excited about the idea of opening and starting our business. It's really good to know. Many of you we know are already started, but those of you who are about to really take the time to figure out your startup costs. The key is being prepared. You want to be comfortable when your business opens your doors and you'll have bills to pay. They're going to start from day one. So it's very important to know what your numbers are and how much money you're going to need and what you're going to need for operating costs. Startup costs normally include things like anything you bring in for revenue. These are things that will start even before you start your business. It could be for legal work. It could be doing all of your startup, your business formation. Could be brochures and business cards. You're going to have to find a site. And many times in a space, you may have to improve the space. It's not set up for your type of business. It can also be expenses such as rent and payroll that start even before you launch. So again, it's important to know what all of these are. There are also startup assets, and that's going to require some cash or money in the bank, inventory. Other things could be current or long-term assets. It could be equipment, office furniture, a computer, vehicles, a trailer, anything like that. So you want to think about all of that before you know when you want to start or when you can start your business. So in LivePlan, you don't have to do something like this. It will create this for you. This is a cash flow statement. And if somebody finds one like this that is much easier, we can send you a copy of this if you find it's easier to go month by month. And in here it shows inventory, telephone. It's all customizable. You can add the things for your business, and this will help calculate the numbers for you. We have had people in our Accelerate Her training program and some other past grant winners even that doing the financials is really one of the most important things that you can do. We had one who had been in business for 7 years and had never done the numbers. And it really made her realize I'm not charging enough for what I'm doing. I know now I'm really not making very much money, when you consider all the expenses and everything else that goes in it. And so again, whatever format is for you, but for our grant winners, we want 3 years of financials. So it could be 3 years of this cash flow statement if that seems easier than putting it in LivePlan. But we've had so many that were so happy with what we have in LivePlan. So once you figure this out, maybe you're going to be looking for financing. So it's really important at that time to plan ahead. So you want to know what your credit is before you go and want to try to get some startup funding. So they are going to look at your personal and business credit history, but most of you won't have any business credit history. So before you start, you want to know what your credit score is. You want to know what is on your credit reports. These 3 reports are free. There's some out there that say they're free, but they're not really free. So annualcreditreport.com, you can get each of your 3 credit bureau reports from them each year at no cost to you. Now, many credit card companies have free FICO scores. So that's one way you can go and find out. But the other reason you want to go in though and get the full report is that you can look at it and see if there's anything maybe that needs to be cleaned up before you start looking for financing. There are sites like Credit Karma and Mint that help as well, let you know where you are, or maybe give you your credit score. So when you get your credit report, you really want to verify all the information that is on your report. One study showed that over 70% of reports contain errors. You want to fix or dispute what you can. And some of the common errors include false delinquencies, public records, judgment accounts that belong to someone else. There was somebody one time, a client, and somebody had the exact same name that he did. And he never did anything about it because that person had great credit. But at some point, that could not happen. But you want to really make sure everything on there is yours. If you have a low credit score, fix what you can. If there's anything you can dispute, go ahead and do that. If there's anything you could correct, let them know that right away. And there's also the option of settling debt. Sometimes the companies will work with you and settle debt, but you want to make sure you have that in writing before you pay them. And know that if you settle debt, you are going to get a 1099 for the amount that was written off. So there are consequences even when you settle the debt. Other things that can help when you're looking and getting ready for financing, again, could be bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sales. If there's anything like that, or even divorce, give a letter of explanation. Many times a banker or someone who's going to fund money will understand what is happening. Maybe something was just a short-term thing that kind of messed up your credit, but everything is back online now. Late payments, tax liens, derogatory marks, charge-offs, some medical bills. Make sure everything there is even something that can be reported. Student loans and child support. Now, those are things you're always going to be responsible for. I don't think those ever go away. But again, things like that report. Divorce, many have had financial hardship when that has happened. There are times too when you get started where you really have low or no credit options. You can reach out to friends and family first. They're usually willing to help you in some way. Some have used a business cash advance. There are things such as invoice financing. Many people do this, especially if they're working on contracts. Maybe they won't get paid for 30, 60, 90 days. That you could sell. You can use your invoices as a way of getting financing for your business. You may be able to get a microloan. There are some companies out there, Axion, Lift Fund, People Fund. Some of those, $5,000. Sometimes you can get loans even smaller than that. That may be very helpful to your business. Angel funding, venture capital, there's a lot of that out there as well. Many times it's hard though in the very beginning when you're starting a business. Also grant. Congratulations to, again, to all of our grant winners, but you cannot count on grants, and nobody wants to see the way you're funding your business is by grants only. Another thing that's not in this that is becoming more and more common is pitch competitions. They are just really coming up all over the place. Well, Denton has one coming up soon for 5,000. I've seen some for 10. I've seen some in the area for 25,000. This is another reason to really work on your business and put together like that one-page pitch in there and really work on telling people about your business and what it's about. But there's a lot of opportunity now in pitch competitions that wasn't there before. So in your funding request, This is where you're going to outline what you're looking for, and you want to clearly explain how much funding that you're going to need, and maybe it's over the next 5 years, and what you're going to use it for. So many of you saw this in our grant application. We want to know what we are funding and what you're going to do with it and how it's going to improve your business. You also want to specify whether you want debt or equity, the terms that you'd like applied, and the length of time your request will cover. You need to really be specific on all of this and how you're going to use the funds. Don't ask for $100,000 if you don't need it. If you've done your business plan and your financials, you should have an idea about how much money that you're really going to need. And then if there are any things coming in the future, if you have strategic financial plans like paying off debt, let them know that as well. And then again, of course, put some of your own business, your own funding into the business if you can. When you're looking for loans, and even with loans from SBA, which are actually loan guarantees, sometimes they want the owner to put in at least 20 to 40% of the total request. So you want to make sure you're aware of this before you go looking for funding. And again, you must have skin in the game. They're always looking for that. So borrowing money is really the way a lot of people start a business, other than using their own money until they use all that up. Obtaining a loan isn't easy, and it's especially difficult for a startup. First 2 years are typically the worst time to be looking for financing because you don't have much of a history yet. If you have had history in the industry and are new, sometimes that can play in your favor as you're looking for financing. So there are different types of financing that they're going to look at. Ability to repay. A lot of people have not gotten SBA loans because when they started, they had a job and they included those numbers in there. But when they started the business, they quit their job. So there was no income coming in, which then did not qualify them for a loan. They're also going to look at your credit history, and they will look at your personal history. I'm going to see if you have some kind of equity investment, maybe looking for collateral. We do this with cars when we purchase those, but it could be equipment or things like that. This again is where they're going to look to see if you have any management experience in the industry, etc. So make sure you list all of that in your business plan as well. And then there are always questions that your lender is going to ask you. So one, do you have the ability to repay? And I think a lot of this is what happened to the business I had talked about earlier that had started the business, signed a 5-year lease, and really did not have the ability or the capacity to pay that loan back. And we don't ever want to see people go through all of their savings, go through their retirement, trying to keep something afloat. Banks want to see 2 sources of repayment, and one is cash flow from the business, and then a secondary source, which could be collateral, or maybe when you're starting your business out off, you still have a full-time job. The lender reviews past financial statements of a business to analyze its cash flow. This can be difficult sometimes too when people are going to sell a business. Maybe they haven't always, maybe they did some tax planning, but none of that looks good when they sell the business. So make sure if you're purchasing a business as well, that you really know all the numbers that are part of that business and that they're true and accurate numbers. Generally, banks are more comfortable offering assistance to businesses that obviously have been in business for a number of years and have a proven track record. If they've made a profit and can cover payment of additional debt, then it's more likely their loan is going to be approved. If it's a startup or has been operating not very well and has an opportunity to grow, they may work with you some on it. Just be careful and really ask for what you need. There's different types of financing. There's equity financing. Some call it equity capital. It's raised by a company in exchange for shares of ownership. Many times people aren't doing this, but if you watch Shark Tank, they work that way. Most small or growth stage businesses use limited equity financing, and equity often comes from investors such as friends or relatives. Sometimes family members will just give people money that they don't have to pay back for so many years, etc. The most common source of equity funding comes from venture capital, but unfortunately, women get less than 3% of venture funding. So it may not be the best route to go for when looking for different ways to fund your business. Debt financing. We had talked about this a little bit earlier. It means borrowing money that must be repaid over a period of time, usually with interest. It could be short term with full repayment in less than a year, or long term greater than a period of 1 year. And the lender does not get an ownership interest in the business, and debt obligations are typically limited to repaying the loan with interest. And loans are often secured again by some type of asset of the company, and the lenders commonly require the borrower do a personal guarantee in case of default, and that makes them feel more comfortable that the borrower has enough personal interest at stake in the business. There are commercial loans, and loans can be obtained from many different sources. It can be banks, savings and loans, credit unions, commercial finance company, or the SBA guaranteed loans. The SBA doesn't give loans, they guarantee them, and banks like that because some up 50% of the risk is taken off the bank shoulders. State and local governments have many programs that encourage growth of small businesses. Family members, friends, all of those can be helpful when looking for funding. And traditionally, banks have been the major source of small business funding. So it's really important at this time to think and make sure you know a banker. This was one of the worst things during COVID when small businesses needed help and they may have had a bank, but never once met a business banker. It's really important for you to go in and make a relationship at a bank where someone knows your name when you come in. I've banked 80 miles from here, and I can call anytime and actually get a loan over the phone. You want to have a relationship with a banker. It is so important. The role of banks is to include short-term loans, lines of credit, and single-purpose loans for machinery and equipment. And they've been reluctant often to offer long-term loans to smaller firms. That's why many are happy about the SBA's guaranteed lending programs, because they aren't the only ones responsible if something happens to that debt and it goes bad. And then there are different types of funding, non-lender type financing. If you have a great credit history, maybe 680 and above, no blemishes. Credit card financing, 8 to 10%. It's probably changed right now. Invoice financing, some do factoring for about 2 to 3% a month. That's what they would be charging you. Collateral-based loan or cash injection. Typical, they could do some commercial or real estate, cars or equipment, 401k. Sometimes people have cashed out 401k 401k or put those into an LLC, a self-directed LLC to start a business. Crowdfunding is something a lot of people do as well. It's the use of small amounts of capital from a large number of individuals to finance a business venture. Crowdfunding may be used for loans, donations. Sometimes they give rewards, sales, or equity. Some of these you can get a t-shirt from the company or something when they're starting out. These really work best when you have a great network of people that want to support you and your business, or if you have a lot of followers on social media. Crowdfunding has the potential to increase entrepreneurship by expanding your pool of investors from whom funds can be raised beyond the traditional source of funding. These are some of the top 10 crowdfunding platforms, and there are 4 different types of businesses. This will be sent out, so you don't need to write all this down. That sums up kind of everything in this area of getting your business plan, getting ready for financing, and finding funding for your business. All right, Donna Lisa, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. So Whitney wanted to know, for the funding portion of the business plan that they submit for the grant, would you like it to be specific to the project we are focused on for the grant, or is it okay to keep more of an overall for the business?
It's overall for the business. The business plan isn't one just item. This is something we want you to have and keep and to look at for, and continually be updating.
Okay. Then Jane wants to know, when we do the monthly financial thing for 3 years, are we just kind of predicting what our expenses will be?
Yes. If you don't have any real expenses yet, this is what we had called, and we said in there are assumptions. You're going to put numbers in of what you think you're going to be making, but they need to be based on some real numbers. Again, we talked about if you're selling cupcakes, how much are those? And be realistic with this. I have seen many times people are going to make $1 million their first year. And in 12 years of small business advising, I have seen 0 make $1 million in year 1. So you want to be really realistic on this. This is where your research comes in handy too. You can also go look at others in the same industry, see what they're charging. There are ways to find the numbers to put in here. They are based on something.
And then Olive wanted to know about how they access LivePlan.
So I have already sent something to you in Submittable, asking if you wanted access to LivePlan, to just write that in Submittable, and we will send you a link for that. I think only about 4 or 5 have asked already. You don't have to use LivePlan if there's something else you want to do, SCORE. There are different types of things out there, business plans out there, but you have to do a full business plan, and you will have to do 3 years of financials.
So how do we want those individuals who are not grant winners what do they need to do in order to get to LivePlan?
They can send an email to us and we will set them up. If you want to put the CWE email in there, if they make a request in there, we can set you up for that.
And that was all the questions I had. I do have some, Stacey already emailed, and she said she did a quick search of both Adobe Illustrator and QuickBooks, and both have courses inside of LinkedIn Learning. So for those of you that have a library card or getting a library card, you could get some training on those 2 things through LinkedIn Learning.
Right, thank you. Okay. Well, that was a lot of different information. We do hope it was helpful to everyone there. Now, grant winners, we're going to go over one more time what all is required. Donna Lisa also has a checklist that has everything on there as well. So one of the first requirements is to attend all of the small business training courses. If you cannot attend, then the video is sent out and you'll have to send 3 takeaways. We're going to do all of our correspondence back and forth through Submittable. You're going to need 3 hours of small business advising. You can get that through us, Christina Mortel. We have several other advisors as well that can help you. We do not and will not do 3 hours in a row of advising. That would be the most overwhelming thing, and it wouldn't give you time to do what you need to do to really help your business. So again, if you want that, we can set you up for small business advising. We can also, and our small business advising is open to all women in Texas. So if anybody else wants some one-on-one help, they can do that as well. But for grant winners, 3 hours of small business advising. And if it's not ours, you can use SBDC, you can use SCORE, but it has to be starting from the date you were awarded the grant forward, not someone you saw last year. Of course, the full business plan. And then to get the second half of your funding, those are the requirements. And then you will need to send paid receipts. We will want those totaled and tallied where you have each one, and you cannot have taxes included in there. We had stated that before, and maybe we didn't make it as clear in the other, but with state funds, we cannot pay sales tax. So your receipt will have to be over $5,000 without sales tax. Angelina, I see your question there. So do we need to hold off? We usually ask that people wait until they get the funds. And the reason being, sometimes it comes up that people have had a state hold that they weren't aware of. If you have any type hold with the state of Texas, we cannot give grant funding to you. So that would happen if you went ahead and started early and you didn't get the grant, then you might have just purchased something that you couldn't afford. We are expecting funding. Again, the timing on this just was not right. This system was supposed to be up a month before, and then that didn't happen. And so now this financial system just went in, and they think that we should be able to get the money out the 3rd or 4th week of this month. So we are working on it and want to get you paid just as quick as possible, but that's why we're giving you some of the other resources now that you can be getting done until you get the money, the first half of the funding.
Tracy, do you want to talk about, because Nicole asked, will we have access to a tax exemption document to avoid taxes showing up on the receipts? You want to clarify that?
Well, we don't give you a tax exemption. Your sales and use tax, you should be able to get something at a discount. You will get a 1099 for us.
I think she's talking about the receipt. So like when you spend the money and they pay taxes on that. So when you put all of that in the spreadsheet, you would put the cost of the product without taxes. That should all equal 5,000, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or above. And
right.
So we're going to send you a spreadsheet, and it says without taxes on it. Did that answer it for Nicole?
She gave a thumbs up.
Okay, good.
I like thumbs up.
I just have it now just on me. I guess I should open it a little wider for everybody. All right. So, all right. Any other questions from our grant winners or anything that you need to do or get started or have questions on? So if you haven't gotten all your forms in there, get those in ASAP. The tax identification number form is required for every single person, whether you have one or not. There are questions on there that say, do you have an LLC? If so, you mark that. If you have a TIN, there's a spot where you mark that. Barbara told me before that one of the most common things we have to send paperwork back is because you haven't signed and dated. So make sure every document is signed and dated. All right. Were there some new questions?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, Ashley Winston asked about any information on hubs. You can go to the State of Texas website and get information in there how to become a hub, which is a historically underutilized business. And many times schools and other entities like that use hub businesses. The checklist is going to be sent. Is it going to be sent every week, Donna Lisa?
I'm going to send it every week so that you have it. But it'll be the same one. It's not a different one every week. So,
but of what needs to be submitted.
Yes.
And we do ask because there's a lot of record keeping on our end. And if there's ever an audit, that you send all of your information in at once. Don't send me the business plan and then 3 weeks later, I had my advising, here's that letter. Wait and send everything in together. Use that spreadsheet that we'll be sending you that kind of tells you what to put in and what on each page. And that way it's all together. And then that way we have it in one place and it's easy to find.
Tracy,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to type it in. This is Tabitha. And I wanted to ask about the advising letter. So how do we get advising letter? Because I've already started my 3 hours of training.
Great.
And when I started, I didn't get a letter at the end. So should we ask them for a letter?
Yeah, just let them know I have won a grant and I'm going to need to show that I've had 3 hours of small business advising. And it has not been a problem for anybody anywhere that we have worked with to get that letter. And many times if they'll put it on their letterhead, again, there's several that have gone to SBDCs.
And that's where I've taken it from. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they'll put on there, Tabitha has spent 3 hours with me November after the grant date, November 1st, November 12th, and November 13th. And that's all we need. We don't need to know what you talked about or anything there, just that you did attend and get 3 hours of small business advising.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Okay. Anybody else?
Yep. Kara wanted to know, could the small business advising be from another grant program that we've won?
It will have to be documented and after the date this grant was awarded.
And also we've had a couple people ask about initiating business advising that are not grant winners. So I just put the link in so that you can fill out the form.
For free small business advising. Yes. This is one-on-one, and we have a number of advisors that can work with you. And it doesn't matter what stage of business you're in to get some help. You're not alone in all this. And what else is nice for those of you on your business plans, they can help guide you through that as well if you're having trouble with the finances or another area in there, they can help you with that. Okay, so I see we had that advising. You put the link in for requesting live plan. This recording is going to be sent out to everybody, correct, Donalisa?
Yes, yes.
So as
And
attendant,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
we can include our link tree in there
Yes.
as well, where you can have a link for that. And if you could include the email where they could send to request live plan as well, that will come out to you. So you should have that. Donalisa will send that out to you.
And for the grant winners for business advising, is that we're doing it the same way? They're requesting business advising?
Yes.
Okay. Denise, did that answer your question?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
it did.
Okay.
we don't know if people have other resources that they're using for advising. So you would need to register. You should have the link already in Submittable. It's probably one of the first days that you had that where we listed the requirements. The link to schedule with our person is in there as well.
I'll send all that again tomorrow with the replay and the slideshows and all of that. So if you can't find it, it'll be there tomorrow sometime.
Yes. So, all right. Well, if there aren't any more questions, again, congratulations, all of you. I'm just so tickled. It's so great to see everybody in person and such great and diverse businesses. And I mean, these businesses are such a wide variety. So it's really exciting to see all of you together, and we help to grow with you and help you in whatever way we can. So, and our communication is through Submittable, and we always see that. So, well, everyone have a great weekend, a great rest of the week, and we will see you next week. What is it we're having next week, Donalisa?
Next week is insurance for small businesses.
And boy, you learn a lot in that one, don't you?
Yes, a lot. So, and all of that information will be sent out after the replay and resources. I'll separate that stuff for you. So,
all right, everyone have a great week.